Okay, there I have a Lincoln Continental Mark VIII cooling fan. Pretty powerful cooling fan. Here I have a Ford Bosch fan speed controller out of a Crown Vic of the same era. It was like a 98. That was like a 99. So I figured out how these work. They provide a 12-volt signal on the pulse width wire, and it's an active low. So the PCM has to sync this to drive the fan. Now it is also always supplying 12 volts. The switches the ground. It's a high-speed switching for the ground path. That's how these work. It took me a long time to figure that out with all my leads and everything, because I kept doing common ground so I could get consistent readings, and my little test fans would always run. Drove me nuts. Finally figured it out. So I go to Ford Service Manual and look it up. So duty cycle 0 to 5%, fan off, controller inactive. 5 to 10%, fan off, controller is active ready. 10 to 90% increases from 20 to 100% fan, and then between 90 and 95 is 100% fan, and 95 to 100% is fan off. So I'm assuming fan off ready state. So found that. Got a little Teensy 3.2 here, and I'm using pin 5 as pulse width. It turns out this is a 100 hertz pulse width. It's active low, 100 hertz pulse width. I have it hooked up to a small transistor here because the Teensy is only capable of a 20 milliamp sync. However, this is only an 8 milliamp supply, but it's at 12 volts, and just to be safe to protect the Teensy, I'm going to use this little transistor out of the dead power supply. So when you hook up the fan, because right now the fan controller is active with this battery, when you hook up the fan, it doesn't run, because Ford made it so that their fan controllers are always on, always wired up to 12 volts, always at all times, regardless of key. It's a fuse, 50 amp fuse straight to battery, which is a little scary, but that's how they are. It's not until you plug in the fan control that it works. That's 100%, slowly ramping up. That's off, and now a slow percentage, and now a slow ramp up to 100. If I go here to modify my Teensy code, I'll delay the off for 10. Verify. Oh, that moves a lot of air. And these are actually 2-speed fans. The outer 2 taps is high, and then the middle and right tap is low. Done compiling, and so now I just reset my Teensy. There's the low speed. Here's the ramp up. There, now it's ramping. Now it's off. Now we're going to go low speed. Now high. so I can look at a couple things here at my scope. If I can find my scope leads, that is. So let's examine the negative for the fan. Oh, it's really gross. That's because of all the switching. But if I get this and examine my pulse width, oh, I know what's wrong. I don't have it on the proper ground. Basically, if I zoom in here, there it is, there's the active low. That's off. You can see tiny little blips of low. And now we're going into low speed. And now we're going into high speed. Here, I'll let it run. Oh, you can see the voltage is coming up. 10.68. But if I unplug it, she shuts down. That's kind of cool.